Hey guys, OGalbina here, bringing you guys our BBL Season 9 Week 4, I think it is, battle against ITC with Tifa or Ant and his Sacramento Needle Kings. If you guys are excited for today's Wi-Fi battle, be sure to drop a like on the video, as well as sub to the channel. We're on our way to 1,000, and if everyone of you who watched the video today subbed, we'd probably get there today. So I'd really appreciate it if you helped us out along that goal. And yeah, that being said, let's do it. I am going to do a quick team builder before we jump into the battle. If you want to jump ahead to the battle itself, there's a timestamp on the screen and in the description below on when that starts. And then one more housekeeping thing, I'm sure you guys can hear. I don't sound very good. Fourth wall break. I usually end up recording these team builders very much so after the fact of the battle, especially in BBL. We have a lot of downtime between battles and uploads. And at the time of me recording this, I recently tested positive for COVID. Now, I feel fine. I'm double vaccinated and boosted. And because of that, I really feel like I've, maybe had like a nasty cold. But if I'm a little low energy, a little not as loud, I guess is another way of putting it, I apologize. It'll probably be like that for next week's battle too, because I actually play that later today, my time, as of recording this. So just a heads up for you guys. The battle will be my normal preppy self, but for the team builder, will be a little bit congested. But yeah, that being said, let's jump into it. So our team is at the top of the screen, if you did forget, and it consists of Lunala, Garchomp, Buzzwole, Togekiss, Drapion, Metagross, Raikou, Suicune, Ribombee, and Roselia, while our opponent's team is at the bottom of the screen, and it consists of Palkia, Zeraora, Ferrothorn, Swampert, Moltres, Conkeldurr, Comfey, Wobbuffet, Necrozma Dawnwings, and the Snorlax. Very, very scary team. Honestly, very reminiscent of my team last season when I won the championship, in the sense that I had Palkia, Ferrothorn, plus fast electric type pivot. In my case, it was Tapu Koko, but in Ant's case, this time he has the Zeraora. I had an Urshifu Single Strike as my second Uber, and he has a Necrozma Dawnwing. Still, both are very scary. He's good offensive fighting type, which is really scary, and great rockers like Pert, and I guess I had Seismitoad too, so like it is very much so inspired off of my team last season, at least that's the way it feels. And it's really scary. Palkia is a Pokemon I don't switch into. Nobody really switches into it. Same thing with Zeraora. I really struggle with Plasma Fist, Knockoff, and Play Rough. It really does me pretty dirty. Ferrothorn gets up a bunch of hazards on my team. Moltres is another one I don't switch into over the course of the game. Conkeldurr rips me. Dawnwings also can rip through me. And yeah, it's just a really, really tough matchup defensively. So because of that, this is actually the second team I built too. But with this team, I end up liking a lot more Moxin and testing, in the sense that it was much more hyper offensive. And if I played aggressively enough, I felt as if I could put enough pressure on Ant to where I could swing offensive momentum in my way. Whereas if I think I brought more like of a defensive team with more pivots and things like that, I got very much so overwhelmed really fast. So we'll see how the hyper offense approach goes. And via hyper offense, we have our first breaker on the team, which is going to be our Metagross, rocking out with the Life Orb. Clear Body is its ability, Meteor Mash, Hammer Arm, Grass Knot, and Bullet Punch. You guys actually got 108 HP, 252 attack, 12 defense, 76 special attack, and 60 speed with a Jolly Nature, or not a Jolly Nature, a Naive Nature. But yeah, this Pokemon goes crazy. Meteor Mash, Hammer Arm, Grass Knot, Bullet Punch just hits just about everything. The only resist to these moves, I guess, theoretically, is things like Palkia and Terra, but even then, Life Orb, Meteor Mash, and like Hammer Arm kind of rip through those Pokemon. Hammer Arm is great for things like Ferrothorn, Snorlax even. Grass Knot is obviously for the Swampert, and then Meteor Mash and Bullet Punch do a lot of damage to everything. And Bullet Punch gives me great priority versus his team if things get set up or things get weakened and things like that. So I think Metagross is going to put in some work here. Next up, we have our Garchomp, rocking out the Rocky Helmet. Ruskin has its ability, Earthquake Punch, Dragon Claw, and Swords Dance. Eevee's got max attack, 12 defense, and 244 speed with Jolly Nature. Very simple spread. We are Helmet just to punish the Zeraora, knockoffs, and player that might want to come our way, or even close combats. Swords Dance, because at +2, we can kind of rip through and break it through everything once things are chipped down and weakened. We are Dragon Claw, because spoilers, we are going to have webs this week, so I think if we get up webs, Dragon Claw is very much so sufficient. Plus, it gives us a little bit more reliable damage versus things like the Palkia particularly, as well as things like the Moltres. And yeah, it does really well overall. I almost put Poison Jab over Crunch for the Comfey, but +2 Earthquake honestly just kind of nukes that thing. And if anything, I think if it comes, it'll probably be like an Air Balloon variant in order to kind of avoid Earthquake and Scale Shot, because ST Chomp is a really big threat versus Ant's team. He doesn't have a ground resist, so I think it does really, really well here. Next up, we have our web setter in Rabombi, rocking out the Life Orb, Shield Dust is its ability, Moonblast, Bug Buzz, U-Turn, and Sticky Web. We got 60 defense, max special attack, and 196 speed with a modest nature. Not only is this thing a very solid webber, it's pretty solid offensively too. Life Orb Bug Buzz is really chip down the Ferrothorn and put it in range of everything else. It means to where like +2 chomp, EQ can knock it out. It makes it to where Hammer Arm is, potentially knocking that thing out. It puts it in range of a Lunala hit. It puts it in guaranteed range of a Buzzwole hit. So that Life Orb Bug Buzz is actually really clutch in that sense. Sticky Webs are great versus Ant. I don't think he's going to be able to fit removal. If he does, it's on something like a Comfey. And, if that's the case, I think we have ways of exploiting and damaging Comfey. And that means it's not Calm Mind, which is actually pretty good versus my team, considering Metagross is going to chip itself down and is minus for def. So I'll take that as well. And U-turns just grab momentum and chip things down. Even like Lax doesn't appreciate taking Life Orb U-turns just because Moonblast plus U-turn and things like that are going to slowly chip it down in range of the rest of our team. So it's really here to get up webs, probably die really early. It's most likely going to be our lead, and then we're going to exert immense offensive pressure from there. Next up, we have our Lunala rocking out with the heavy duty boot. Shadow Shield is its ability, Moongeist Beam, Heat Wave, Moonblast, and Side Shock. Eevee's also got 52 HP, max special attack, and 204 speed with Timid Nature. We are just boots 4 attack. If you look at our coverage against Ant's team, it's phenomenal. Moongeist Beam hits really a ton of things really hard. Side Shock hits things like the Snorlax decently hard, as well as giving us super effective coverage, or not super effective coverage, giving us a good way of hitting Conk really hard. Moonblast hits Conk hard as well as the Moltres and the Palkia, and then Heat Wave is for things like Ferrothorn. And again, it's just a great blanket check with boots. We can guarantee that we always have our Shadow Shield, so we can always live a hit from pretty much everything not named Necrozma. We should always outspeed Necrozma, especially with Webs Up, even if it's like a Scarf variant, and kind of nuke through that thing with a Moongeist Beam, because we do a ridiculous amount of damage. And yeah, just a good safety blanket against a lot of different things, so I think it'll do really well this week. Next up, we have probably the MVP of this build. I think this Pokemon does phenomenally in our Buzzwole, rocking out the Life Orb, Beast Boost as its ability, Close Combat, Darkest Lair, Poison Jab, and Roost. We are max attack, max speed with 4 defense, and a Jelly Nature. Now, I'm not just max for no reason. I believe it is 248 speed, actually allows me to outspeed a Zero Aura under webs, a max Jolly or Timid Zero Aura if it is not boots and it's taken webs. So I figured going max speed, the extra 4 might catch him being a little bit aggressive on something, because the 4 bulk really isn't going to help me out much in the sense that I am a Life Orb breaking set. I am in here to click buttons. I 2-hit KO just about the entirety of his team. No, I do 2-hit KO the entirety of his team, and once I start getting boosts, I start OHKOing the entirety of his team. So this Pokemon does absolutely amazing in this matchup, provided that I can position it well, and especially with Webs Up, if it's not like Boots Zera, Boots Palkia, or Scarf Palkia, Scarf Necrozma when webs aren't up, like things like that, this Pokemon does amazingly. So the goal is to position this thing in as much as possible, and click some buttons with it. And then we also have our Drapion rocking out the Black Sludge Battle Armor's, no, not Battle Armor, sorry, Sniper's ability, Night Slash, Taunt, Cross Poison, and Swords Dance. We got 108 HP, 180 attack, and 220 speed with the Jolly Nature. Nice pivot into things like Dawn Wings, +2 crit cross poisons, and Night Slashes really do just chunk this team in general. It's a good deterrent to things like the Comfey as well. Now, Draining Kids, they're still going to chunk us because we don't resist them, but we will take them decently well enough, and we can threaten it out with a cross poison. We can crit through some boost on like Snorlax if it starts cursing out. We can taunt fat things like Pharaoh and Lax and Wobbuffet if that for some reason wants to come in and try and trap me. Or we can taunt the Comfey and things like that, or the Swampert if we really don't want rocks up on our side or something like that. So it does really well this game, and I'm really hoping to put in a little bit of work, and I believe that is the entire team. I will be right back with the battle.
Alrighty guys, here we are with the battle. We are connected with Ant. Let's see all the scary things he decided to bring. I am not looking forward to this matchup. I'm going to put Palkia in the team builder right now, because obviously it's coming. I have 0 defensive counterplay. He also has the Necrozma. My eye just immediately went to the second Uber. Then we have a Zero Aura. Looks like he went with a much more offensive approach as well. My Buzzwole goes crazy. He does not have a fighting plus dark resist, which is, again, absolutely phenomenal. There's no defog outside of nothing. So that's, again, amazing. Then from here, what? We have a Snorlax. Then we have a Swampert. I keep typing him in the Pokemon. And then we have a Moltres Galar. Okay! We're gonna lead with Harry, neither Rabombi. as I think it does very well. If I get up a Swords Dance with webs up, I'm in a very solid position with my Guard Chomp. I'm not Scale Shot in this game because I like the consistent power of Dragon Claw against things like Palkia. We'll see if he really ended up prepping at all for like boots or for like webs and stuff, because I think I've made it abundantly clear that I typically don't like webs, but I felt like in this matchup I'd just get absolutely overwhelmed if I didn't go for like a more offensive approach, and considering the Ant's team does not have good removal, I feel like this was worth it, you know? So we are going to see a Necrozma lead. Next thing I want to see, though, so I die to a Necrozma hit if it's like Scarf. Because that's important to know. Oh, that's a Balance Hackmon set. Moongeist Beam, it does indeed kill me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out into Drapion, I think. I gotta. I could have U-turn. Well, no, because I'm fearing Scarf. Thunder Wave. I wish I got up webs, but it's okay. And then from here, I think I am going to make that double out into Rabombi. Because I think he's going to go into... I just put my controller down. I think he's going to go out into the... Oh, he went into this. This is fine. Yeah. So, I mean, this makes sense, too. I was worried about potentially the G-Molt coming in, because that would have been pretty annoying. So we're going to go ahead and go into Hairy Knee. And I'm just going to Webs. Yep. Well, there's webs here, and then we'll just throw off a big Moonblast. There's not a single Moonblast resist on this team. So he's going to get up his rocks. That's fine with me, though. I'm really not too concerned about rocks. And he can potentially, like, really fear really anything from this thing. Like an Energy Ball, I feel like he goes Lax, and I'll take any chip on Lax I can get. For sure. So, yeah, let's do it. Okay. Yeah, we get a big Moonblast off on something. We're Life Orb. Nothing's particularly going to want to take this hit. He is going to switch hard out, probably into Snorlax if I had to assume. Yeah. So maybe U-turn was a better play there. Be a little bit more offensive with it. But whatever. It's not too big of a deal. How much are we going to do this Lax? 25% and a special attack drop. Does that tell us quite literally anything? He is leftovers. So he is pretty darn spadef. I'm fine with that. We're just going to U-turn. Any extra chip is good chip. Something I am noticing is the fact that he just does not fucking deal with Buzzwole in the slightest. He gets demolished by Buzzwole under webs. So that's amazing for me. Now he has the Moltres to outspeed me and be able to take a click and attack and things like that, but not the biggest deal in the world. A bit unfortunate that I'm taking this U-turn chip, but again, considering that this Lax is going to come in and it's going to be taking a ton of damage over time, it's just really good for me. I think I'm going to go into Jelly Toast here, as I feel like it does really, really well. Offensively right now, I'm just going to click Meteor Mash. He's going to Whirlwind. Interesting. He's Whirlwind Lax. Buzzwole. Fucking go. Let's go, baby. So yeah, I'm just going to click Close Combat. I can even honestly click Lariat, right? Because, like, he's not staying in. He doesn't do anything to me. I catch a Colbur thing. No, I'm just going to Close Combat. I'm going to do a lot of damage to something. There's no Roost on the G-Molt. If he goes Dawn Wings, I'm just going to... Yeah, he's going to go Swampert and get just fucking 2-hit KO'd, which is amazing. This is Life Orb... it's Jolly. Life Orb Buzzwole. That is a do-it KO. I'll take it. He's Helmet. That's fine. Longevity isn't really the purpose of this Pokemon. I'm just going to click it again. So this is really opening up an endgame too for what do you call it? X Pokemon on my team. Whatever X Pokemon is. So Console's gonna get a Beach Boosh. I think I sack off Rabombi here. Yeah, I took a ton of damage there though. If he's like super slow Gmult too, maybe this is my best opportunity to kind of just click a button. It also covers him missing, to be completely honest. And if he's like super slow, yeah, we're gonna play fast and loose, baby. I'm clicking it. Or faster. Good night. Oh my god, that's so good, dude. I don't think you realize how good that is for me. Oh my god, big Buzzwole. This is HO, baby. We're not switching. That's +2 Buzzwole. I don't know what comes in and takes a hit. If he's not boots on anything, just things die. Like, if he's not boots or scarf on something, things die. I am max speed Jolly to outspeed Zero Aura. Oh, sir. You're dying. We're sticky webbed. This is dying through Colbur. Nothing's gonna want to switch in and take a +2 Lariat regardless. It's not Colbur. Good night. Oh, baby, big Buzzwole. Boom. Down it goes. That's great. This is amazing. I will not lie to you. Buzzwole is killing all of the Pokemon right now, which is best case scenario. I have no reason to switch out. I just nuke everything. I needed to be max Jolly. I was be like a max speed Zero Aura. Under webs. Let's see, yeah, because it hits 142. So like I could have been a little bit slower. Oh, and he took webs, right? Yep. He didn't prep for webs. Let's go. Close combat. Let's go, baby. Down goes Zera. I'm moving up the couch just to like see how strong Buzzwole really is. Because this is awesome. This is exactly I hope this game would go. I didn't think it would. I thought he would have Comfey, to be completely honest. I thought he'd be like Air Balloon Comfey to kind of check Chomp. I get one more hit off on something, which is just a death. Something dies. So it's great. Big Laxer comes out. And yeah, we just click close combat. I got a Twitter notification. Jason shared a tweet. Wait, hold on. Just me and you, Jay. Your hand's right here. Okay. Jason didn't call and he's sending me tweets. I hope it's an appropriate tweet. Oh, it's a Star Wars one. Down goes Lax. Fuckers. So Buzzwole's gonna go down to Life Orb, but like, did its job. It did its job. I think maybe him going hard Swampert might have been like the throw. Maybe you should have sacked something else. Maybe you should have sacked the Lax in all honesty. Buzzwole did his job, man. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. So that's amazing for me. And yeah, from here, I could go Chevy Impala. I want to get more Lunala kills, so I'm going to go Chevy Impala. I'm Boots. I'll take a hit. I'll take a hit. Uber on Uber, my boy. I miss Palkia. That mom is so awesome. I love Palkia. I really miss this thing. Oh my gosh. For those of you who did not see our last season run with Palkia, amazing Pokemon. This thing doesn't get Dragon Dance, so like weakness policy Dragon Dance isn't something that's gonna happen. Even then, I have a Rabombi in the back, so like it's fine. He's not gonna be able to kill me. I guess I can see what damage he is, like what item he is. It looks like specs damage. What, that did 50? I'm curious. GG's to Ant. I think we just overwhelmed him with Webb's offense. I think it's that simple. Yeah, and this is a great bounce back from last week, because last week was incredibly frustrating for me. So, being able to pop back this week is amazing. And I'll take it. GG's to Ant, though. I think he's doing pretty well this season. I think this is just a tough game for him. It was a tough matchup. And, yeah. I think that's about it. So he was actually just maybe Lustrous Orb. But GG's to Ant, definitely go check him out in the description below. I love Ant to death. He's a great player, and he's been killing it lately. So definitely go give him a look. If you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to drop a like as well as sub to the channel. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.